Hello, everyone. Let's see who's going to join us. All right, we're going to check out where we're at here on the iPad and share with our groups. And I appreciate your patience while we had to reboot the phone, as it didn't want to cooperate. But we are now officially live. Here we are, VIP and our team. All right. So we are now in all the places. Hey, Sue, glad you could make it. Thank you for sharing. Oh, get that out of the way. Greatly appreciated. All right. I think everything's working now. Okay, we're good. All right. So real quick, while we wait for everybody to join us, again, thank you for joining our Sunday Stamping with Katrina. Hey, Sherry, thank you for joining. Real quick, just get through our real quick housekeeping stuff. Paper Pumpkin, we are now in that February subscription period. We have until February 10th now to get in the Celebrate Spring group kit. That one is a whimsical handmade cards that celebrate Easter and sweet spring days. It makes 9 cards, each of 3 designs, with 9 coordinating envelopes. You're going to get pre-cut paper pieces in pink baker's twine, iridescent pink and yellow sequins, and your coordinating colors will be balmy blue, crumb cake, lemon lolly, peach pie, pretty in pink, shy shamrock, and your ink spot will be the shy shamrock. It will coordinate with the Easter Joy Suite, which is a really cute suite in our new catalog. And it will also coordinate with these beautiful Blooms Dies add-ons. So as long as you're a subscriber, you can grab these add-ons. Hey, Barb, glad to see you could join us over there on YouTube. We are simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook. So whichever is your preference platform, you will find us in both places. And welcome. All right, Fabulous Sayings is the product of the month for January. For January, if you place a $75 order or more, you can add the Fabulous Sayings stamp set onto your order for just $5. This is a great set. It is an all-around sentiment set. It's got "You're on my mind," "Thank you so much," "Happy birthday," "Hooray," "Just because," "Sending love," "Hello." There are simply no words for this. To a fabulous friend, you can do anything. So again, these are mix and match sentiments. It's 11 separate stamps, and you can mix and match them. And it is a product of the month. So it is a limited time only. Hey, sis, glad you could make it. Next, Card Retreat. It's a virtual retreat Stampin' Up! Is doing. It's from January 22nd and 23rd, so it's next weekend. It's from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. both days, and you get to craft using some specific product, making these particular cards. You can still partake in the retreat even if you don't have your kit yet. You can order your kit, and then you would just go back and watch the replays to make your stuff if you wanted to participate with the card virtual retreat. Also, just a quick reminder, it is bonus days all of January. For every $50 you spend, you do earn a $5 coupon that you can redeem in February, starting the 3rd through the 28th. You save those codes up and you can get discounts in the future. So, all right, I have the cutest cards I am going to share with you. We are featuring the Love Notes Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 pack. You get 8 sheets of each design. And what's really cool, let me show you, like this one here, is we just click your extra special, and then something sweet for someone neat. And happy Valentine's Day. When you flip it around, like the design carries through. You can cut these apart. Like if you wanted to maybe attach this, like do a hole punch with a little bit of ribbon, you could attach that to a lollipop or other sweet treat that you can send to school with the kids that are still young enough doing Valentine's. So if you have the grands who are in that, I don't know, kindergarten through 4th grade where they're still doing Valentine's in school, these make great little Valentines to do. But they also make really cute, quick, simple cards. So let me show you quickly the designs in this paper pack. So here's design 1. Like I said, you do get 8 sheets of each design. Here's number 2. And then if you flip that over, it's just the other side. Like you have some to froms here. So again, gift tags, like I said, sweet treat. You could punch a hole with a little ribbon, twine, attach it to your treats, attach it to a small gift. So here's the next design, and we do use this tonight. And then you have these other tag-like pieces, and then you flip it over. These have that on the other side. This is on the other side. Let's see. Then we have this pattern. Flip that over, and you have those patterns. And like I said, the best part is, like I said, you get so many sheets of each. So if you are mass producing, this is the perfect mass production set because you have plenty to work with. Your coordinating colors for this pack of paper are Azure Afternoon, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Real Red, and Black. And let me show you the cards we're making tonight. I used no stamps, no ink. So I kept this so limited to what you need. You need a trimmer. You need some card bases, which I will tell you, one of my little hacks, I have a pack of basic white, thick basic white that I cut down 8.5 by 5.5. And then I also cut a pack down to 4.25 by 11. So it's all ready for me to go ahead. All I have to do is add my score line to fold my card, and then I'm ready to start creating. So that's my little cheat hack when I'm ready to create. Yes, I do other colors for card bases, but this is what I use most commonly. And I stuck with those for tonight's cards. So tonight's cards are, and they also have a bonus card that we're not making tonight, but I did want to show you. So we have card number 1, Be My Valentine. So that uses the 1 paper pack, and I will show you. Card number 2, Happy Valentine's Day. Card number 3, Sending Hugs. Now this one, the back side, I absolutely love. So I had to make a bonus card. We're not making it again, like I said, tonight, but we're making this one. But I did do the flip side just so you could see how cute that one is. You're amazing. All right. So we are going to set these aside, and we're going to start with our first card here, which is Be My Valentine. And let's get our goodies out here. All right. So first thing I have is my 6x6 piece of paper. We have this side, love, and then we have this side. So first thing, I am going to cut these panels apart. Now, the way they've done this is this panel here is 4 1/4 wide. This here is 1 3/4. So we're going to line this up at 1 3/4. And that is going to cut that little panel off. So now I'm left with my 4 1/4, but we need to cut these down to, this is going to be 5 1/2. Oop. We want to cut that down to 5 1/2. And that leaves me a little strip that's 1/2 inch wide by 4 1/4 long. So we'll set that aside. And then I have here this 1 3/4 inch wide piece. I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/2 as well. Hey, Deb. Glad you could join. All right, and I have a little scrap here that we're going to set that aside. All right. I also need my card base. So I'm just going to grab a piece of my thick basic white from my little stash here, and I'm going to line this up at 4 1/4. And then using my scoring blade, we're going to score our cardstock. So now let's set this aside. Whoop. We're going to fold on our score line. Make sure everything lines up nicely. Get our bone folder. We're going to burnish that just like so. Then we want our adhesive. We have our designer paper piece, and we're just going to go ahead and add our adhesive. Now you could make extra cuts to make this paper, stretch it, but you know what? The design of the paper worked perfectly for this. We have a full-on card front, so we cover our whole card front. We don't have to do all the figuring. Okay, this is 1 3/4. How much do I want to cut that down? And no, we're just going to go with it. We cut what we had to make it fit, but we're sticking with the primary lines that the design of the paper gave us. So I'm just going to leave like about a 1/4 inch gap there on the left, and then everything lines up top to bottom like so. Now I have this little piece here, and I will be honest, I did not do it on this card because I went to do it and then I dropped it somewhere and I couldn't find it, and I wasn't cutting more to do it. So, but for this card, before it does get lost, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do this on the inside of our card and bring that pretty pattern to the inside of our card. Just like that. Okay, now I need, where is it? There it is. So from this panel, we have the Be My Valentine. I had already had this cut out, so it's right here, just to save a little bit of time tonight. Not that I think we're going to need it because these cards are going to go so quickly. But we already have this cut out. That's going to go here. So we need to get our dimensionals. So we always want to pop things up. It just gives us a little extra dimension. But again, these cards come together so quick and so easy. You don't have to have a lot of supplies. So if you're brand new to this craft, you don't have to own everything. You just need to be able to cut your cardstock, cut your paper, and just piece it all together. All right, so now we're going to say, be my Valentine, and we're just going to kind of offset that here to toward the bottom right. And then I have some basic rhinestone jewels. You want to take your pick tool. Oh, if I can reach it. Keep saying I'm going to replace this putty, and I never seem to remember to do it. All right, so now we have 3 little rhinestones, and that completes our first card already. Pretty cool, huh? Again, no other extra supplies. And excuse me, I have to take care of the allergy season here. My allergies are just as bad in the wintertime as they are in the springtime. I think it's the smoke from the wood stove and everything being closed up. Okay. Well, thank you, Sherry. I thought it was pretty cute. And again, super easy, no hard work. The paper does it all. No ink, no stamps. So inexpensive to make. All right, our next card. This card uses this here panel. I used the back side with the no, it doesn't say anything on it. On this one, it says be mine. This one, the back side has nothing on the heart. However, you certainly could use the be mine side. It honestly doesn't matter. All right, so for this one, I have another thick basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5. We already scored it at the 4 1/4 line. We're just going to get everything lined up. Use our, let's actually line it up. Bone folder to burnish that. And then I did already have this already cut out. So I have my squares cut. These end up coming out to be 3 inches square when you cut these out of the panel, because again, it's a 6 by 6 piece. So you have halfway there is 3 inches by 3 inches. And these are going to layer like so. And then for the sentiment, that came from this piece. And you know what? I didn't bring my punch over. Let me grab the punch because we're going to need that. It's the only extra thing I brought into this project is the 3 banner punch, which is one of our brand new punches. And I'll show you how we use that. All right, so we're going to start by attaching our blue gingham. It's the Azure Blue. Love this color. And honestly, if I wasn't doing this specifically to show how simple it was to just keep with one theme of, your cardstock that you already have prepped, this would look really pretty with the Azure Blue card base. And I might because I have more of this gingham already cut. I might, for later on this week, show you with the azure. Well, thanks, Barb. I'm glad you like the color combination. All right. Next, I've got my next panel. And we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive. Just like that. You guys are going to be blown away at how quickly these cards come together. All right. So there's our next panel, overlapping. So you have the two intersecting 3-inch squares. Next, again, oh, where did I put my, here it is. I also cut out a little piece of vellum, and this measures 3/4 of an inch wide by 2.5 inches long. So that's a little piece of vellum. Probably can't see it very well, but I'm gonna set it right there. So it's 2.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch wide. Then we're going to take our designer series paper panel here. And we're just going to take the Happy Valentine's Day, and I'm going to line it up in the middle banner. So we're just going to get it nice and straight in there. So just like so. Yeah, it looks pretty straight. So we're going to punch it. So now these extra little pieces we don't need. But we'll save this for these extra panels for another project. But we now have our Happy Valentine's Day. And for that now, I want my mini dimensionals. I think those are right. Nope, that's not it. Where did my minis go? That's interesting. I don't have my minis here, but you know what? I do have this little strip. That's all we really need. We'll do this little strip. So we have a little strip of dimensional. And actually, let's get that a little better in the middle here. Not quite, but it'll work. There we go. And now we're going to layer that onto our vellum. Not quite. Try to get that in here straight. I've got a glare here for some reason. There, that looks pretty good, I think, this time. There we go. So there's our happy birthday, and that's layered onto the vellum. And then we bring back our regular dimensionals, and we're going to keep that behind and now they're sticking to my finger. I'm going to keep it behind the cardstock so you can't see it through the vellum. There we go. Peel that backing off. And that's going to go right there. Again, bottom right. Now, for this one, I went a little crazy because, you know, bling makes the card. So we went a little heavy-handed, but that's okay because you can never have too much bling. So there, and there. So again, I did 5 because I keeping with when you're doing embellishments, it's best to stick with an odd number. You get a better balance with an odd number. Like usually I'll do 3, but in this case I did 5. And when you're doing your 3 or your 5, you want to work in kind of triangular patterns. So I have a triangle going this way and I have a triangle going this way. So that's how I got my pattern for using the 5 different gemstones. And there you have card number 2. We are done. Ready to move on to card number 3. Again, no ink, no stamp sets. Oh, what did I say? I thought I said Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I might have said something else. God knows. All righty. Sending Hugs is our final card. Again, another super simple one. This time, we have a card base that is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And so we're going to fold on that score line like so here. Everything's lined up. Bone folder. Burnish that fold so it is nice and crisp. All right. Next, we need our paper, which is right here. So it's this one here. And again, set this aside for just a minute. We're going to bring in our trimmer. This lines up at the 4 1/4 inch mark right there. And that is going to make sure everything's nice and straight. Trim. Next, we need our Sending Hugs. So before we do that, let's trim. There's a little, let's put this at the 1. There. We still missed that little hair there. All right, try that again. There we go. So now we have to cut that at 3 inches because that is 1 3/4 by 3 inches. And I didn't line that up perfectly. So we are going to trim that little bit of white off. There we go. So now we have Happy Heart Day or Sending Hugs. We're using Sending Hugs for this card. So we'll set aside our Happy Heart Day. Well, now this is still 6 inches long. We don't need 6 inches long. We need 5 1/2. So we do need to make a little bit of adjustment here. And what I did is I took a little off the top and a little off the bottom and to make sure it stayed even. We want our ultimate size to be 5.5. So I'm going to line this up at 5 3/4 first. So we're taking about a quarter off this end. We have a little extra. And then we're going to flip it all the way around. We're going to line it up now at 5.5, which is going to take another 1/4 inch off this end. And we now have the 5.5 that we need to cover our card base. So this is the one time you do have to do a little extra trimming because this panel is long. So now we can bring back our card base. We're going to go ahead and add our, see, I had a hard time with this. I love that pattern. That's how we ended up with the bonus card, because it was, I had to do it. But for this one, we're going to add our adhesive. And again, we're covering our entire card front. And that goes down like so. Then I have, like I said, this was 1 1/4 by 3. So I cut a piece of vellum that's 2 inches by 3 1/4. And that is going to give us a nice little piece to frame our little cutout here. Thanks, Barb. They are so simple. Like I said, this is, it doesn't get any easier than this. Very inexpensive. Again, if you need to make a lot, this is a perfect pack of paper, because again, you have 8 sheets of each in it, and you can make a lot of Valentine cards. And again, these aren't necessarily just for Valentine. You're amazing. Sometimes you just need to tell somebody they're amazing. Sending hugs. Who couldn't use a hug in the mail? Again, not just Valentine's, but they are quick, they're simple, and again, inexpensive, because again, really, all you're paying for here is a pack of paper. And you're cutting it up. Most of us have our card bases laying around. But if you overlooked this pack of paper, they were an online exclusive, go grab it. And it's bonus days, so for every $50 you spend, you also can grab bonus day coupon, or for $50 you get the bonus days coupon. If you spend $75, you get the product of the month for $5. I mean, it's win, 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 win. All right, so here's our card. All I need now are my embellishments, and these rhinestones are like the perfect embellishment because they just sparkle. And who doesn't love sparkly things on their card? And guys, we're done already. We've made 3 cards in about 30 minutes. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I've lost the cap somehow to my take your pick tool. I guess we'll find it later. So again, Love Notes paper, 6 by 6. I believe it was $12.50 for this whole pack of paper. And I've not even made a dent in this pack of paper yet. There's our Be my Valentine. There's our happy Valentine. We have a you're amazing. Sending hugs. Oh my gosh, we got so much time yet. All right, you know what? Let's do another one. Let's see how quick and easy we can put something together with what we have sitting here in front of us. It's a challenge, right? And then I'll let you go. Let's see. Got all kinds of pieces in here too. Ooh, we have Happy Heart Day. Let's set this aside. I got an idea. We have Happy Heart Day. There's another little piece in here aha. Here it is. I love that little balloon. What can we do? All right, I got an idea. We're going to see how it works out. We need a card base. So again, we're using everything we have here. Oh, I'm so glad, Barb. Love notes. Designer paper. All right, so now we're going to score 4 1/4. Got that all lined up. All right. Putting myself out there. I've never done a design on the fly, but we're going to do it because we're done early. Let's see how my brain functions on the fly. All right. So there's our card base. All right. I want to use this. So we're going to cut this. Let's do this 3 inches by 5 1/4. So we're going to cut this down to 5 1/4. This one's not going to cover the whole. Oop. And 3 inches. So we could get 2 cards out of this. All right. And I want this little balloon. So we're going to put that at the 1 3/4. Wait, is it? No, that is going to go right. Okay. So there's our little balloon. Those are cute too. Oh, so many ideas popping into my head right now, but I got to stay focused. All right. Thanks, sis. I appreciate your confidence. I'm not exactly that confident myself, but we're going to give it a whirl. All right. So we're going to layer this. Over here to the left. Oh, yeah. All right. And then, okay, that looks cute. Looks cute. Okay, we're going. All right, I want this to be right there. Okay, I think I like it. I just need what do I do with my dimensionals? They're in my mess here. There they are. those dimensional backings off. And I think we'll put that right there. All right. Again, got to have bling. Let's do one there, there, and there. All right, how'd I do? Thanks, Sue. I appreciate you. Thanks, Barb. So there you have it. We got an extra card out of tonight. And we're still before 8 o'clock. So here we are. We've got cards. And look how much is still left. I mean, I got all of this. Oh, there's my left. I mean, we have so much we can make here. All from one pack of paper. And again, no stamps, no ink. A trimmer, some adhesive, a little bling. You're good to go. Okay, my friends. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy Sundays to come hang out and make cards with me. But I do wish you a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And God willing, I will be back next week with some more fun stamping for you. You too, Miss Sue. Again, appreciate each and every one of you very, very much. And I hope you all, if you're here in the snow belt region, I wish you the best of luck with the snow coming over the next few days. They are calling for feet, not inches. So stay safe, stay warm, and I shall see you next week. Oh, Barb, you are so welcome. So, so welcome. All right, guys. Bye for now.